Iowa, Colonel. War Eagle and his people are good friends.
I'm not so sure.
What do you mean, sir?
These are hunting arrows, not war arrows.
Hunting arrows, war arrows. Either one can kill you just as dead.
These men weren't killed by arrows, Sergeant.
I don't understand, sir.
They were shot. The arrows seem almost like an afterthought. It's not like the Indians to be this wasteful, especially with hunting arrows.
Well, they stripped everything clean. Household goods, everything.
That's another thing. Even at their worst, before we defeated them and signed the treaty, it's not like Indians to steal household goods. Just not like them.
This is the fifth small party this summer. Murdered to the last man and stripped clean.
No survivors, no eyewitnesses, and no chance to follow them right now. We'll have to wait till daybreak. Let's go up this way.
At 24, he had been the youngest general in the Civil War. Within 5 years, he had been reduced in rank and sent west to be forgotten. But he was not the kind of man to let the world forget. His name, George Armstrong Custer.
I thought you was part of them. Come back to finish me off, too.
Do we look anything like the people who attacked you?
Oh, it was dark, and after what I seen tonight, anything that moves looks like an Indian.
Then they were Indians.
Can you tell us anything that'll help us identify the tribe?
There wasn't no time to ask for their calling cards.
Think hard. Is there anything you might remember?
Yes. I remember how much they enjoyed their looting and burning and killing.
How did they happen to overlook you?
Well, I'd gone to fetch some water. It was just me and my husband and my kid brother. They murdered them both.
Sergeant, get your shovel.
Yes, sir.
How did you happen to be out here all by yourselves?
We was traveling to California. There were 3 wagons in our party, but we had trouble with a wheel and fell behind. And then we was jumped. My men folks never had a chance. When are you soldiers going to sweep this country free of them once and for all? If you'd been doing your work, this couldn't have happened.
You take it easy. Come this way.
No. Not before I buried them.
We'll take care of everything.
My name's Vanessa Ravenhill. What's yours?
Custer.
Custer. I wish I had killed you.
5 small immigrant parties in 1 month. Massacred, burned, looted. All right, then, who were the raiders? Ghosts?
I only wish I knew, sir.
Come in.
Major Frederick W. Benteen. Reporting as ordered, sir.
Yes, Major. Oh, this is Colonel Custer. Colonel Custer, Major Benteen.
Colonel?
Major?
You two have met before?
I was a prosecution witness at the court-martial of Colonel Custer.
Perhaps someday I'll be able to return the favor.
Major Benteen's been sent out here by the War Department to prepare a report on how effectively we're dealing with the Indian tribes out here. He's leaving at the end of the week to report back to the Secretary of War.
I'll do my utmost not to delay him, sir.
Unless you want the Department of War to come to the conclusion that we're lying down on the job out here, you have 5 days to get to the bottom of this.
I have 5 days, sir.
The 5th Cavalry's not ready to move, so I'm giving this assignment to the 7th.
Yes, sir.
Now, just a minute. Major Benteen will be attached to your unit as an official War Department observer.
Yes, sir.
He'll not be required to take orders from you. He will assist you whenever necessary.
And who's to decide when his assistance is needed?
You.
Yes, sir. One day we'll get our chance to earn, huh? And we'll show them. We'll really show them.
I'll say one thing, Custer. You always had a gift for picking horses. And men.
I didn't do so well in your case, did I, Benteen?
I don't have to like a man to admire some of his traits.
Well, you forgive me, but I've never noticed your admiration for me before.
Oh, one thing more, Custer. I hold no ill will towards you.
Considering that I was the one who was court-martialed, that's pretty big of you.
General Terry informs me that you don't believe that War Eagle is responsible for these attacks.
That's right.
But you do know War Eagle.
That's right, he's a friend of mine.
A friend of yours. Is this your reason for believing his innocence?
No.
And those arrows you found, what was there about them to make you so sure?
They're right here. I'll show you. This is a Kiowa hunting arrow. The point is vertical, like the notch, to pass between the ribs of an animal. But a man stands upright. Therefore, a war arrow, the point is at right angle to the notch, pass between the ribs of a man.
I see. But you could be wrong.
I could be, but I'm not.
You're always so positive about everything you make up your mind to, Custer. But just the same, you are going to check War Eagle's village for the loot from these killings.
That's right.
And if you're wrong about the Kiowa, Custer?
That's a possibility I'll face when it occurs, Major.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, don't give me $4 for this marvelous piece of cloth. $4 is all I'm asking. Ah, there's a sensible young lady. Thank you very much. Now, I'm going to make this offer once and only once. Now, who among us does not cherish that abiding appreciation for the things of culture, for the works of handicraft and artisanship, for the nostalgic mementos of that noble civilization upon which we have turned our backs in order to become pioneers? Now, $20. Do I hear $20 for this splendid piece of machinery? Consider, if you will, the time and effort alone to be saved by the use of this marvelous machine in the making of beautiful clothes, in the sewing on of patches, in the darning of socks. Yes, darning at the end of a weary day in the wilderness. Every woman should have one. $17.50. Do I hear $17.50? Quick now, before I change my mind and pack up the whole thing.
I'd like to take a look at that machine.
Why, I'd be the last man in the world to stop you from that, ma'am. Go right ahead. Ain't that a beauty? $15. $15 if you will swear to my good wife that her good-for-nothing husband as much as give it away.
I recognize this sewing machine.
Well, of course you do, ma'am. We all seen them here and there. $12.50. $12.50, and you can tell my wife if you can find her.
My sister-in-law. I helped her pack it up when they moved west. I'd swear to it.
Well, did it ever occur to you, ma'am, that she may have sold it to me, or that she may have traded it off to me for something? You want to buy it back, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. $10 in hand, and it's yours.
My sister-in-law was in one of the wagon parties that was massacred.
Well, surely, ma'am, you ain't accusing me of something. Well, it was my distinct impression, ma'am, that these good folks was slaughtered out of hand by a band of red savages.
I want to get to the bottom of this. Where'd you get that machine, mister? I want to know.
Well, ma'am, I know how you must feel, losing your family and all. But you gotta admit that one piece of sewing apparatus is pretty much like the next one, at least on the surface.
Where did you get that machine?
Well, the truth is, ma'am, I don't like to tell too much where I get my stuff. But you know how it is. Folks heading west, they're subject to delay and difficulty. And sitting there with an empty belly, the prospect of having to sell their prized possessions begins to make sense to them.
We had money. Until we was jumped and my menfolk killed, there was no need for my sister-in-law to sell anything.
Well, be that as it may, ma'am, that's where I come by this machine. Look, here, let me show you something. Right here. Yes, sir. It's right here, inscribed on the back side of it. There's the name of the family, Douglas. Heaver Douglas. Yes, sir, that's the family. Is that your family, ma'am?
No, that wasn't their name. I guess I owe you an apology, mister.
Well, I am a forgiving man, and I'll accept your apology, ma'am, seeing as how you jumped, obviously, to some kind of a conclusion. Now, back to this here machine.
Miss Ravenhill. I'm sorry.
We was told the army had tamed the tribes and it was safe to travel west. Otherwise, we wouldn't have been trying it all by ourselves that way.
If there's anything I can do to help.
I aim to get revenge for the death of my menfolk. No, there's nothing you can do, Colonel Custer.
Major Benteen, I require your assistance.
I beg your pardon?
You will see to the making of temporary camp.
Temporary camp? That's your sergeant's duty.
I'm assigning it to you.
Now, look here, Custer.
Colonel Custer.
Are you giving me an official order, Colonel Custer?
That's the way you want it. Sergeant, follow me.
Yes.
All right, you men. Go rest your horses up there in the shade.
Far enough, Sergeant. Now, Sergeant, I want you to dismount and wander over to that big rock right behind you on your right.
We be in watch, Colonel?
Two of them, as far as I can make out.
When'd you spot them, sir?
A few minutes ago, behind that big rock over there. Now, I don't want anyone hurt. See if we can take them alive. Now, dismount and move over.
Yes, sir.
Hey!
Yellowhair is a great chief, but his horse does not seem to know that. We've seen enough. We must go to my father.
All right, let's go.
May I ask the colonel to explain?
In a minute, Mr. Benteen. You belong to the people of War Eagle.
Can't you get them to talk, Custer?
No, Major.
Well, what are we going to do? Set them free?
There seems to be another alternative, Major.
And what is that?
I have every confidence in your ability to figure it out, Major. Now mount the detail and let's move out.
All right, men, mount up. And guard these redskins.
Clear. Why are we holding?
Sergeant Buster.
Yes, sir.
Bring up the prisoners.
The prisoners, sir?
Now.
Yes, sir. Well, what do you plan to do?
Set them free. We don't need them anymore.
They'll warn the others.
The others have been aware of our arrival for a half an hour, Major. Any advance past that stake means war.
Many tribes post such meaningless warnings.
Kiowa mean it. Sergeant Buster.
Yes, sir.
Let's pay a little visit to the chief.
You two alone? And if they kill you?
In our profession, that's always a risk, isn't it, Major?
And if they do kill you, I intend to attack.
I'm touched by your solicitude.
My son has hot blood. I ask your forgiveness.
I grant it willingly.
My friend, brings these soldiers to our lands.
I see you were prepared to meet us.
We wish to be peaceful, not to be foolish.
The great father in Washington doesn't expect his children to be helpless.
Doesn't he? Then why doesn't he let us roam these lands free?
There are many bad men in both our nations. To be helpless is to invite their greed. 5 times in the last 2 moons, peaceful white men in wagons have crossed these lands. And 5 times they've been killed, to the last man, woman, and child.
And are you saying that those things were done by my people?
No, but others are saying it. That's why I'm here, to silence their voices. You are innocent.
And if we betrayed that treaty we signed with you and did those things you say,
then I would remain silent, and the other soldiers would speak with their guns.
When I signed that treaty, I broke my war lance. It is still broken. Kiowa hunting arrow, but my people did not attack those wagons. You wish to look in the lodges of my people for what does not belong to them?
No, War Eagle. Your word's good enough for me.
Yellow Hair, my son will go with you.
Why?
He will scout for you until you've found those who used my arrows, until you have destroyed them.
War Eagle, I'm grateful. But I have soldiers in my command who could see no further than the color of his skin. And they would behave to him as they would toward an enemy.
You are their chief.
Yes?
Then I know that you will punish those who look badly at my son.
I'll do my best. I thank you.
That young savage back with you. Custer, you must
Major
have...
Benteen. I have the honor to present Blue Antelope, son of the chief of the Kiowa. He'll be our scout until the raiders are brought to book.
Isn't that like putting the fox to watch the chickens?
I'm convinced now that his people had no part in these raids.
On the basis of a thorough investigation, I trust.
I'm satisfied. If you're not. Sergeant, we're returning to Fort Hays.
Yes,
Move them out.
Lead them out!
What plan? What are you talking about?
I think better than telling you, sir, I should show you.
You can't send them out like this. Without an escort, they'll be slaughtered.
Allow me, sir. I think I have something you might be interested in seeing, sir. Any mouse trap in the world, sir, is no good at all unless you have some cheese to bait it.
Looks like pretty ripe cheese to me.
Well, I'll admit, sir, she's not much to look at. But under the circumstances, I couldn't afford to be very choosy.
Is Major Benteen going with you on these amateur theatricals?
Yes, sir, but I can't imagine why. Unless it's to gather more evidence for my next court-martial.
I'm glad you're amused. Where is he?
He's in the wagon, sir.
Oh. Major Benteen?
Sir?
Colonel Custer has seen fit to employ an Indian scout whose loyalty, at least as far as I'm concerned, is still a closed book. I hold you responsible for seeing to it that the young man remembers which side he's expected to serve on.
Yes, sir. Where's your Indian?
Blue Antelope? I don't know.
Don't you think we should know?
He's a good man, Major Benteen, and a superb scout. Let him do his job.
I'd be glad to, if I knew what it really was.
Get a couple men on that gun! Sergeant! Sir! Detail some men to pick up any horses that ran off. And check out the sentry. See how those raiders got through.
Yes, sir. Rio, Kramer!
Let's get after them and end this once and for all.
Relax, Major. That was no raid.
Well, what was it then? A little get-acquainted party?
Pretty much. They were just checking us out, see what they were up against. There were less than a dozen men involved. Not enough to tempt me. I want them all.
But we could follow them right now. Back to their base.
We can't trap them very well at night. Not without giving them enough time to set up a trap for us.
Then what do you propose, Colonel? That we sit here on our hands and wait for a more convenient time? And why weren't we ready tonight?
Sir! Colonel, this was sticking out of the sentry's back.
Well, what do you say to that?
Kiowa.
But you're still not convinced.
No, I'm not.
And where was that little Indian friend scout of yours all this time?
Major, he knows his business.
I have no doubt of that. I only wonder, what is his business? To get us all wiped out?
Maybe. But as far as I'm concerned, that still remains to be proven.
Yes, sir.
Colonel?
Yes, Sergeant, what is it?
It's about the men, sir.
What about the men?
Well, Major Benteen may have a point. There's a feeling among the men about Blue Antelope, and they don't trust him. Well, I mean, sir, that... Well, if you're wrong about him...
I know, Sergeant. If I'm wrong, it could mean all of our lives.
Yes, sir.
Sergeant.
Sir.
Thanks for telling me.
Yes, sir.
All right, come out of there, you.
Just what in blazes are you doing in there?
Well, I figured I'd be useful here.
In what way?
Well, I'm the only one who saw those murderers. And with me along, your colonel won't be able to cover up for them this time.
Cover up for who?
Those murdering Kiowas.
What makes you think he'd want to do that?
You think I'm ignorant? I read about that precious boy general of yours and his disgraceful record. He's got no future in the peacetime army, and he knows it.
I wouldn't count on that, ma'am.
You know, he's got his eye on Washington as the man of peace. The man who understands the Injuns.
I'd sure hate to be you when I take you to him.
Save your sympathy for him.
Trooper! Colonel? A stowaway.
Sergeant?
All right, you got better things to do. You've seen a girl before. Move!
If this were a vessel, madam, I'd be very tempted to throw you overboard.
Afraid of the influence I might have on the men?
Yes. They're confused enough as it is without your blind vengefulness pushing them further.
You think they need me to persuade them it's Indians we're after?
I suppose we'll have to keep you for now. But say one word to undermine my authority, and I'll have you bound and gagged.
You don't frighten me one bit, Colonel.
Perhaps not. But, madam, you frighten me. Sergeant, detail a man to keep an eye on the lady.
Yes, sir.
Be no killing, Blue Antelope.
Always the bluecoats talk of how they fight with their hands. Let this man fight me now.
Sergeant! Yo! Take care of that man.
Yes, sir.
Major! Move those wagons over by the rocks and have the men turn in. Get what rest they can. They're going to need it. We've got a rough day ahead of us.
Yes, sir.
You are protecting those savages. What are you saving them for? To loot and murder more settlers?
Your chance. Now help move those wagons and turn in.
Sir, if we're dropping the masquerade, how about letting me get out of this female dress?
We're not dropping the masquerade, Sergeant. I'm going on a scouting party alone, and not after the raiders.
Then it's the Indian. You know, sir, it occurred to me that if he had a clear conscience, why did he light out?
I thought I'd ask him why.
Maybe you better tell Major Benteen you're leaving, that he's in charge, just in case.
I don't want the Major getting any ideas of his own, especially about that stowaway that turned up. Mrs. Ravenhill's undoubtedly afraid we'll catch her murderers, and I'll send them on their way with my most abject apologies.
I don't know what to do with her, sir.
Neither do I, Sergeant. And that makes her no less dangerous.
You know, Major Benteen could report you for leaving.
I'll be back before he knows I'm gone.
My father has spoken of his brother Yellowhair's strength and skill. Now I believe what he has said.
He also taught you never to take anything for granted, apparently. Why did you leave camp without permission?
I answer only to my father. I scout for him, not you or them.
Are you afraid of the soldiers?
I am not frightened by the barking of dogs.
While you were gone, we were attacked. One of my men was killed. If nothing else, you were guilty of leaving your post without permission.
I need no permission from white men. This is our land.
Blue Antelope, the job we're on requires secrecy and discipline. Your father understands that, even if you don't. Why did you run away from us?
My father gave me to you to prove my people's innocence in my own way.
Don't you realize that running away proved just the opposite?
Even to you?
Not quite.
Then I am satisfied.
Well, you may be satisfied, but I'm not.
You will be.
When?
I saw the men who attacked you.
Who were they?
I don't expect you to believe me.
Never mind what I believe. Who were they?
Not my people.
Can you lead us to them?
There. In the canyon beyond that ridge is where they hide. But you cannot defeat them. There are too many.
If you and your father help us, we can.
Why should we?
Because it's not just our problem. It's yours and your people. Do you think your people can live at peace while these raiders have their way with everything that rides across this land and blames it on your tribe?
It's your problem.
I understand the colonel went off somewhere in uniform. Didn't even have the courtesy to inform you.
Well, when one thinks of Custer, courtesy is not the first word that pops to mind.
So you're just gonna sit here and wait on him till he comes back in his own good time?
Well, look on the bright side, Mrs. Ravenhill. He also left no instructions for me to put you in irons, as he very well might have done with some justification. Oh, coffee?
Please. You know what the boys are saying, don't you?
Recipe.
Like women, no doubt.
They're saying you're afraid of him. Custer's got you bulldozed.
He's still the commanding officer of this unit.
Nothing ever stopped him going his way when some order didn't suit him.
I'm afraid I don't happen to have his reckless temperament.
Yes, I imagine you followed the books, kept your nose clean. Still young as he is, he outranks you. Because the Army still values the one thing he has got. Initiative.
Just what are you trying to suggest?
Drop this stupid masquerade. Put the men back into uniform and on their horses. And settle with the savages. Finish them off. When Custer sees what you've done, the worst he can do is try and claim the credit for himself.
What you're proposing, Mrs. Ravenhill, is mutiny.
What you're proposing, Major Benteen, is going like lambs to the slaughter.
Major, looks like company coming our way.
Oh, give me a hand with them, Sergeant. That's it. There we go. Ooh. What happened?
You tell us.
A bunch of Kiowas jumped me. Asked me if I had any firewater to sell them.
Well, what'd they offer to pay with?
Well, they was offering sewing machines and cuckoo clocks, and calico cloth, and whatnot. Why, where do you reckon they got that kind of stuff?
Well, that's not hard to guess.
Well, I told them I didn't have no firewater. They like to kill me. Well, it's a good thing my horses bolted. I guess I should have waited until the cavalry cleaned up them redskins before I went out selling again.
Well, they haven't done it yet.
Sergeant.
Sir.
Have the men prepare to move out as soon as Custer returns.
Yes, sir. doing in there? What's this all about? Caught him fooling with the cannon, Major.
I'm afraid you're a little late, Sergeant. This Hotchkiss gun is useless to us.
I'm sorry, sir. I didn't see the dynamite.
That's obvious, Sergeant. Who are you? And what are you after? Sergeant, see if you can take better care of our prisoner than you did our ordnance.
Yes, sir.
I was right about that sewing machine, you dirty...
All right. One move. One move and I'll kill the woman.
Don't move anybody. He means it.
Get on that horse. Come on, get on. After him.
Son assured me that your people were not the raiders.
He spoke truly.
War Eagle, I ask for your people's help. Do I have it?
Our war lance is broken.
Dismount! Take cover! Fire at will!
Your men have foolishly allowed themselves to be drawn into a trap.
War Eagle, I can't force you to help me. I can't even blame you if you don't. But I'm going now.
The white man has been our enemy, but Yellow Hair has tried to understand us. I will fight with him.
We go with our friend.
The Indian word for thanks. Lupita.
I just finished reading your report, Major. This is the report that you intend handing in to the Secretary of War?
Yes, sir.
Colonel Custer, in this report, Major Benteen refers to your leaving your command, going off alone.
Does he, sir?
He does. Do you have any explanation for that?
I placed my command in good hands, sir. Major Benteen was there.
Now, then you turned your command over officially to Major Benteen when you went off alone.
I was aware of Colonel Custer's departure, sir.
I see. In that case, gentlemen, you're dismissed.
Thank you, sir.
I don't pretend to condone your methods, Colonel Custer. But as a soldier, I can only say I admire your results.
Thank you, Major Benteen. I look forward to demonstrating both to you again.
That won't be too soon, if I have anything to do with it. Or Wapita.
Colonel Custer, I'm going back home now. I just wanted to say goodbye, and I'm sorry for some of the things I've said and thought about you.
Well, you've been in good company, Mrs. Ravenhill. Some of the nicest people say the most terrible things about me.
It really doesn't bother you, does it? I mean about the awful things that have been written about you.
I'd be lying if I said yes.
I don't understand you.
Sometimes, Mrs. Ravenhill, I don't understand myself. All right, move out.